AI News with AI Erik. Please like, share, subscribe so we can get to 50,000. We close to 50,000. Once again, like, share, subscribe. This is AI News with AI Erik. And lately there has been conversation online talking about how ChatGPT will no longer give legal advice, no longer give medical advice, and no longer give financial advice. And people are bugging out like, yo, hold up, why? And why change the rules after everybody's gotten comfortable, I guess they saying. And let's talk about this because the deeper situation behind it is this is something I've been discussing for a long time. And I keep saying nothing stays free once the knowledge becomes valuable. And it don't even matter if we're the ones that actually trained the model. So once something becomes essential and once it becomes a part of how people work, learn, and make money, the price tag always shows up. Here comes the price tag. It started out as free. Now it's $99. So here's the truth. ChatGPT was never supposed to be your doctor. You was just supposed to train it in the meantime. It was never supposed to be your lawyer. It just needed you to train it in the meantime. It never was supposed to be your financial planner. It just needed you to train it from then till now. So now that it got everything it needs, it don't need you no more, but you need it. You know what I'm saying? So technically it's always been positioned ChatGPT as an educational assistant. You know what I'm saying? But what happened is people used it like a consultant and people was using it to decode contracts. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to figure out diagnosis reports, build systems, build business systems, make investment strategies, and it was powerful and it helped them. You know what I'm saying? It kind of leveled the playing field, but it gave everyday people access to information that used to require gatekeepers. You know what I'm saying? So, and you know, when regular people start learning too much, systems start to shift. They don't like that. Especially when you start educating yourself for free, you know? So now the message is changing. The language around ChatGPT is changing. And what they're doing is they're scaling back the confidence and directness of the answers. You know, they are tightening the guardrails, and not because the model can't explain it. Of course we know it could, but because the liability is getting real and the business model is maturing, you know. So one of the problems is lawsuits. It's going to be a lot of lawsuits that they're going to be getting because they're giving you medical advice, financial advice. You mess around, get some financial advice, lose your house, you might decide you want to sue, you know. And in China now, they're actually making sure that the influencers are licensed to talk about what they need to talk about, because this is starting to get out of control. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, I feel like they used us. When ChatGPT came out, we trained it. Every question we typed, every correction we made, every idea we pushed into it, they used that. You know what I'm saying? The world ran a giant global crowdsourced funding training session for AI, you know what I'm saying, for free. You know, millions of people contributing data, refining outputs, correcting errors, giving up all their information, all their thinking, you know what I'm saying, all while just asking for help at the end of the day, you know. And so now the model has matured to a certain level, and now they're pulling back and saying, okay, thank you, we'll take it from here, but now it's going to cost you. I'm telling you, y'all better figure this out. So this is what I've been warning about. These systems learn from us, and now they're being positioned above us. You know what I'm saying? And this is the same pattern we see across history. Knowledge gets liberated, people learn, systems recognize the shift, access gets restricted, and eventually you have to pay to regain what was once open, what was once free. And I want you to really pay attention to that shift, because this is bigger than ChatGPT. This is healthcare knowledge. This is law knowledge. This is financial literacy, you know, and these are the core tools that determine who gets to move ahead and who stays stuck. And oh man, when this information is free, people get to rise, you know what I'm saying? And when the information gets priced, people get filtered, and that's where the discrimination starts coming in. So once again, like, share, subscribe. I'm AI Erik. I am an AI consultant. I'm an AI educator. I love teaching this. I believe it's in its power, particularly the good parts, you know what I'm saying? But we've got to be real about what's happening. And, you know, the free window is closing. The era is slowly being locked behind subscriptions, enterprise plans, and institutional contracts. And in my book, I talk about parameters, tokens, and the price of access. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, the question is, what you going to do while the door is still open? You know what I'm saying? You can holler at me. You can go to my website, ailiteracy.biz. And this is why I talk about AI literacy the way I do, because it's not hype. It's not a buzzword. It's just about learning the skills. You know what I'm saying? Understand understand how to prompt, how to reason with the models, how to talk to it, how to validate the output, how to build on your own workflow so you don't have to depend on the company's mode or policy change, or they bringing in a third-party company to train you on AI, which they really don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because the next stage of AI is going to look like this. You either consume AI or you're directed. You're either rent intelligence or your own process. You know what I'm saying? You'll either be locked out or you'll be in a position of power. And once again, that's why I built AILiteracy.biz. That's why I teach people how to use these tools the right way while the access is still wide open. It's free. Because once AI becomes a regulatory or regulated industry, and trust me, it's heading there, the advantage will go to the people who learned early. I'm telling you, while the doors are unlocked right now. So yeah, I know the headline is dramatic and the message is real at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, but don't panic, but don't sleep. You know what I'm saying? This is definitely the moment to start learning AI. And once I said, and also you don't have to be a tech expert. You just need to understand how to talk to the machines, and that's prompting. And we have prompting courses at AILiteracy.biz. So once again, like, share, subscribe, help us get to 50,000. This is AI News with AI Erik, AILiteracy.biz. Peace and love.
AI News with AI Erik.